Do trade agreements help optimize global supply chains? Imagine a world where goods move smoothly from one country to another, arriving faster and costing less. That's what trade agreements aim to do. They are deals between countries to make international trade easier. But do they really help make supply chains more efficient? Let's find out. Trade agreements work by cutting down barriers like tariffs and import taxes. When these costs go down, companies can buy materials and parts from the cheapest suppliers around the world. This means they can lower their production costs and sell products at better prices. For example, if a car maker in the United States can import parts from Mexico without paying high tariffs, they save money. These savings can add up to thousands of dollars per vehicle, making cars more affordable for buyers. Another way trade agreements help is by standardizing rules for shipping and customs. When countries agree on common procedures, goods spend less time waiting at borders. This speeds up delivery and cuts logistics costs. For instance, the World Trade Organization and regional trade pacts set rules that reduce delays at ports and streamline paperwork. Faster shipments mean companies can respond quickly to market demands and keep inventory costs low. However, just having a trade agreement does not automatically improve supply chains. Companies need to actively manage their sourcing and production strategies. When tariffs drop, firms can choose better suppliers or move production to lower-cost regions. This flexibility helps them avoid disruptions and adapt to changing conditions. On the flip side, if tariffs rise or trade policies become protectionist, companies face higher costs and operational hurdles. For example, tariffs on Chinese goods have caused companies to rethink their supply chains, sometimes shifting production elsewhere or increasing inventory to cover potential delays. Trade agreements also promote diversification. They allow companies to spread production across multiple countries, reducing reliance on a single source. This makes supply chains more resilient to shocks like natural disasters or political unrest. Agreements like the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership enable firms to shift production from high-cost to low-cost areas while keeping tariffs low. This flexibility helps companies stay competitive and avoid costly disruptions. Beyond tariffs, trade agreements address non-tariff barriers such as differing safety standards or labor rules. When these are harmonized, companies spend less time and money on compliance. For example, the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement modernized rules for digital trade and labor, making it easier for companies to operate across borders. This reduces delays and costs, helping supply chains run more smoothly. From a broader view, trade agreements help countries specialize in producing what they do best. This specialization means resources are used more efficiently, boosting overall economic output. Companies can organize their production networks to minimize costs, which benefits consumers with lower prices and more choices. But trade agreements are not a cure-all. Political tensions or sudden policy changes can undo their benefits. For instance, Brexit introduced new rules that increased costs and delays for European supply chains. Similarly, ongoing trade tensions between the United States and China have made companies cautious, leading them to stockpile inventory or find alternative suppliers. In the end, whether trade agreements help optimize global supply chains depends on many factors. They need to be genuine in reducing barriers, stable over time, and relevant to the products involved. When these conditions are met, they can lower costs, speed up logistics, and support diversification. But if policies shift or agreements are not properly implemented, the expected benefits may not fully materialize. Overall, trade agreements have the potential to make international supply chains more efficient, but their success relies on consistent policies, active management, and a stable global environment.